Local farmers being urged to monitor their pigs amidst PRRS outbreak. Injured man speaks out after attack in Blackrock. THA Chief Secretary called out for his silence on Health Director's sexual assault matter and technical issues causing delays with issuing police certificate of character. Good evening, I'm Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Wednesday, 6th of August, 2025. To our top story. The Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development is urging pig farmers in Tobago to be vigilant as the island confronts a new animal disease, porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome PRRS, or what is commonly known as blue ear disease. Reporter Jewel Green George has more.
While the Ministry of Agriculture has initiated an elimination effort, the highly contagious virus has the potential to affect local pork production. The disease estimated to cost the global swine industry billions annually, with one recent U.S. study placing its economic toll at US $1.2 billion per year. But as veterinary officer with the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Dr. Paul Crooks explains, it's not a threat to human health.
Yeah, well, the meat is safe to eat.
How is it?
A statement shared with Tobago Updates by Secretary Natisha Pantin clarifies, quote, "Most importantly, the disease does not affect humans and does not affect the quality of the pork," end quote. But it can cause significant losses to farmers through reduced fertility, smaller litter sizes, and increased piglet mortality. This insidious nature can make it difficult to detect.
The virus tends not to cause major disease outbreaks. Instead, what you have is pig farms that are not producing at the best or the highest standard that they could reach or could attain. And they're not producing at that level because this virus is just circulating.
Because PRRS is a notifiable disease on the World Organization for Animal Health's list, an outbreak has serious implications for international trade.
It's because some countries would say, well, we know you have that disease, so we don't want your pork, right? And that's one of the major concerns with this disease.
The division is currently exploring the best way to manage the outbreak, including the costly process of eliminating affected herds.
Because I know it to be porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome.
Okay.
So the history of it, the disease was first recognized in the United Kingdom around the 80s or so. So it's a
Farmers are being asked to look for signs like increased piglet mortality, reduced litter sizes, and blue discoloration of the skin. If you suspect an issue, contact the Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory at 868-660-2008 or WhatsApp Dr. Paul Crooks at 868-383-4451. Jewel Green George reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
A Blackrock resident, Wayne Kennedy, is recovering from multiple head wounds after he fought back against two armed masked intruders who broke into his home. He's now talking to Tobago Updates about the ordeal that has left his family shaken.
According to Kennedy, while resting at home, two assailants awoke him. The situation quickly escalated as one intruder held his 17-year-old daughter, who had been resting in another room, hostage at knife point, while the other held Mr. Kennedy at gunpoint.
I was lying on my bed. Next thing I knew, there was a guy just opened my door, pointed a 9mm at me, told me to lie down, it's a robbery, and I decided to fight him off. I thought it was only one person, but there was an next person in my daughter's room holding her up with a knife. And I was trying to fight him with the gun. The other guy came and attacked me and violently tried to kill me, stabbing me in my head and in my back and so on.
Refusing to stand down, he confronted the attackers. During the struggle, he sustained numerous lacerations to his head from a bladed weapon. Despite the violent confrontation, the two suspects ultimately fled the scene empty-handed, taking nothing of value from the residents. When asked about their appearance, he stated,
"Well, their face was covered up. It's very hard, but I know one of them was short, dark, with plaits. And the other one was a tall, kind of light-skinned guy."
Kennedy quickly alerted the neighbors to the problem at hand, and the police were called to the scene. An investigation into the home invasion are ongoing.
Well, they didn't get to take anything from the house, because I fought them off.
Kennedy received medical attention for his injuries, but the family has been left shaken by the terrifying ordeal. Authorities are urging anyone with information related to the incident to come forward. Jordan Frank, Tobago Updates Television News.
An anti-crime operation in Scarborough has led to a significant drug seizure and an arrest. In a targeted anti-crime operation yesterday, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service seized over 100 cannabis plants in the Scarborough Police Station district. The intelligence-driven exercise led by Acting Williams, Inspector Bacchus, and Acting Sergeant Gordon Harris resulted in the discovery of 104 growing cannabis trees. A 40-year-old unemployed female from Sergeant Kane, Scarborough, was arrested in connection with the illegal cultivation. This seizure underscores the ongoing efforts by the TTPS to combat drug cultivation and trafficking, which remains a persistent challenge across Trinidad and Tobago. While specific recent statistics for Tobago are limited, national data indicates that illicit drug cultivation, particularly of marijuana, continues to be a concern, with law enforcement regularly conducting eradication exercises. Investigations into this latest bust are ongoing, and charges are expected to be laid under the Dangerous Drugs Act. The TTPS continues to urge the public to report suspicious activities at 555 or 999 to support these vital anti-crime initiatives. We'll take a break and come back with more news. Stay with us.
A night of passion, power, and purpose.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents No Excuse. Join us on Tuesday, 12th of August at the Shaw Park Complex at 6 p.m. for a night of dance, drama, and song.
This is not just a show, it's a movement, a message, a moment.
Tickets are only $125 for adults and $75 for children. You don't want to miss this.
What's your excuse?
No excuse.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Thanks for staying with us. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Police Academy is introducing a Bachelor of Science degree in policing, a new academic program aimed at enhancing professional development and law enforcement education. This initiative marks a significant step forward for the academy, being the first of its kind to be registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago. The TTPS says the new degree program is a key component of the TTPS Strategic Plan 2025 to 2027, specifically addressing the goal of enhancing professional development and increasing employee satisfaction with training opportunities. On July 22, 2025, a stakeholder session was held to outline this vision, the curriculum, and the implementation plan for the program. The Bachelor's in Policing is expected to serve as a regional model for advancing policing professionalism and contributing to stronger, more informed communities. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is advising the public of temporary delays in the processing of certificates of character and apologizing for what it calls technical difficulties, causing temporary delays in the processing of certificates of character, a vital document for employment, travel, and other official purposes. According to a media release dated Tuesday, August 6, 2025, the delays are a result of a transition to a new state-of-the-art digital biometric fingerprint identification system intended to replace the traditional ink and paper method and drastically cut down on processing times once fully operational. But the TTPS is asking for patience as their technical team works to resolve the current glitches. The TTPS has not provided a new timeline for when regular service will resume, but will notify the public via its official social media channels. In light of the state of emergency declared on July 2025, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service held a 2-day sensitization seminar aimed at preparing officers in the Tobago Division for the heightened responsibilities of this period. The training, led by Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette James Martin, focused on critical legal and operational aspects of the Emergency Powers Regulation 2025. Officers were briefed on their expanded powers, responsibilities, and the protocols surrounding preventative detention orders, all while underscoring the importance of safeguarding citizens' constitutional rights. Hosted at the Scarborough Police Station and the Office of the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Tobago, the sessions also tackled the issue of rising gang activity and the need for strengthened collaboration between law enforcement teams on both islands. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Hello, New York! Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School courtyard. But I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun. I see 10 bottle of rum, DJ start the thing, let me jump. Cause I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun. I see 10 girls to a man, DJ start the thing, let me ram my shit. When my team touch down, everything get wild. Hey, 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 take out your flag and fling it up. Take out something and fling it up. Fling it up, fling it up high. Hey, 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 start to jump up and fling it up. Take out something and fling it up.
Welcome back. The Caribbean Examinations Council has announced that the preliminary results for the May-June 2025 examinations will be available to students on Friday, 15th of August. The results will be accessible online via the student portal starting at 1 p.m. Candidates across the region will be able to check their performance in the exams. The announcement was made through the Council's official social media channels, directing students to the dedicated link for accessing their results. This release marks a significant moment for thousands of students as they move on to their next educational or career steps. A new era of digital governance has arrived in Trinidad and Tobago. At a landmark event, iGovTT has unveiled a revolutionary AI digital assistant, poised to transform how citizens interact with government services. Named after the Caribbean folklore spider known for wisdom, this AI-powered digital assistant is designed to serve citizens 24/7, offering verified, clear answers and eliminating long waits. The initiative comes as the global market for AI in public services continues its rapid expansion, projected to grow to over $98 billion by 2033. It follows in the footsteps of iGovTT's other e-services like TTGov Chat, which has already facilitated over 25,000 interactions per month. The new platform is rooted in Caribbean heritage and promises a more responsive, transparent, and inclusive public service for all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. After a 16-year legal battle, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has emerged victorious in a long-standing land ownership dispute involving a portion of the Alma estate in Tobago. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, the country's highest appellate court, on Tuesday delivered a ruling in Rowley's favor, effectively reinstating an earlier High Court decision that had been overturned by the local Court of Appeal. The matter dates back to 2009, when Christo and Jocelyn Gift filed legal action against Dr. Rowley and Marcel Latour, the daughter of the late Frank Latour, original owner of the estate. The dispute centered on the sale of a section of the estate that both parties claimed included land they had been promised under separate arrangements. At the core of the contention was a 1998 agreement between the Gifts and Marcel Latour. The Gifts believed they had purchased 56.5 acres based on an old survey. Dr. Rowley, however, asserted that his entitlement, which he said was agreed upon as far back as 1975, amounted to 85.6 acres, supported by a more recent survey conducted in 2009. The Gifts had initially sought to enforce their version of the agreement through the courts. However, in 2017, High Court Justice Nadia Kangaloo dismissed their case, finding that the Gifts were aware that the land transaction was subject to resurvey and contingent on the resolution of Dr. Rowley's claim. This position was overturned in 2023 by the Court of Appeal, which found fault in the High Court's treatment of historical correspondence between the attorneys of Dr. Rowley and Frank Latour in the early 1980s, suggesting a possible cap of 56.5 acres. The Privy Council's latest decision not only reverses the appeal court's ruling, but also solidifies Dr. Rowley's long-standing claim, marking a significant legal victory in a case that has spanned over a decade and a half. The weather report is up next.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
Hello, New York. Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Thanks for staying with us. Former Labour Secretary Max James has issued a strong statement calling for immediate action from the Tobago House of Assembly over what he described as a potentially serious internal issue that, if not addressed, could have far-reaching consequences. James insists that the THA must publicly declare that it has launched a formal internal investigation into the matter regarding the hiring of a THA director, Hanif Benjamin, who was recently charged with sexual assault.
About the dismissal. If I were the head of that particular division, I would have had him dismissed already.
He said failure to act transparently could erode public trust and compromise the institution's credibility.
They who set the policy for good governance in the Assembly and in Tobago, and they have a moral and political socio-political and moral responsibility to set the tone.
Right.
And they haven't done so. And their silence speaks volumes on it. And if the board, who is headed by a particular attorney, and the board of directors have not said anything about it, then we have to wonder where we are going.
He also called for the chief secretary to step down if they are unwilling or unable to address the issue publicly. He is also calling for the director's immediate dismissal.
Laws of this country certainly says those things aren't okay. All right? And it is that we are sworn to uphold the law and the Constitution as a secretary and a chief secretary. And we have not heard anything from the chief secretary. We have not heard anything from the Secretary for Health and Social Services. And I'm saying their silence can be interpreted as being very suspicious in terms of where they stand on those matters. They need to come out and say very unambiguously what their position is on those kinds of behaviors, and because it's at the end of the day, it is they who set the policy.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight, fair to partly cloudy with a few isolated showers. Tonight's temperature is expected to be 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, variably cloudy and at times breezy with occasional showers in some areas, and a low chance of a few heavier showers or thunderstorms. The forecast low for Thursday is 25 degrees Celsius with a high of 31 degrees Celsius. The heat index should be at 35 degrees Celsius. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 meters to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:51 and the sunset is at 6:25. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. Local farmers being urged to monitor their pigs amidst PRRS outbreak. Police officers make another drug bust in Tobago. THA Chief Secretary called out for his silence on Health Director's sexual assault matter, and technical issues causing delays with issuing police certificate of character. I'm Kristen Solandi. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.